Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you are doing well. I am absolutely cooked and wearing a shirt that is the same exact color as the bumper over here next to me, so that's cool. That's a good start to a weekly track roundup. Well, you guys know the point of this video. I'm going to talk about a bunch of songs that have come out over the past week, give my thoughts on them in brief, and yeah, every single track that I talk about in this video linked down below if you want to check it out for yourself. Also down there, a link to our sponsor, good people over at The Ridge. They're still making these amazing, sleek, sexy, fantastic, minimalist wallets that fit nicely in that front pocket. Hit up that link down below. Promo code MELON, 10% off the order. All you got to know. Also down there, it is Turntable Lab. We have a affiliate link with them. Anything that you buy after you click that link, we get kickback from it, be it turntable stuff, records, whatever they have over there. Hit it up, use it. Also our Patreon page, support us and get some extra bonus monthly content in the process. We're about to drop a new Patreon-only Let's Argue as well. I believe access to our Discord community, too, if you join up. And yeah, let's get into the worst tracks of the week. We have a couple, we have a few. Our first is from Khalifa, Girl Talk on the production, total waste of a beat in my opinion, very boring performance and writing all around. Would have much rather heard Young Gravy on this beat, frankly. We have also, coming up next, we have a new one from Eric Clapton. It is very stale blues rock with little to no soul, nothing interesting going on here. It's just quite dreadful and boring. And we also have AJR coming through with a somewhat bitter new pop song, although I guess it's healthy to set boundaries. Which in a way I suppose the song does. The track is titled I Won't, and yeah, I mean, you know, you won't catch AJR getting pressured into doing anything they don't want to do on this track, so that's good. I wish the instrumentation sounded better and less artificially gross, but it is what it is. All right, meh. The tracks that I was kind of on the fence about, but you may enjoy them more than me. They are as follows. We have a new one from NAV with Travis Scott and Lil Baby in the mix. And yeah, Lil Baby does a great job. NAV on the back end has a few banger lines. Travis Scott is a snoozer on the front, and the beat is not too bad. It's listenable. Hopefully NAV's next record is dropping sooner rather than later, because I think the fans, they deserve it now. They deserved it yesterday. We shouldn't be waiting for so long for this record. That's all I'll say. We have a new one from Loma, Prieta. It is aggressive, it's loud, it's chaotic, but not a whole lot about the track that's sticking out to me, but cool to hear the band is back at it. Let's hear a new record very soon. We have a new one from Alex G, our next taster from his forthcoming full-length LP, Cross the Sea, is the title of this track. Not the strongest song in the batch so far, in my opinion. Kind of a slow burner, but maybe one that will grow on me when I hear more of it. But yeah, it struck me as a little bland, not as strong on the chorus side as you know, Runner, for example. You know, this is definitely not the teaser for me. We also have a new one from the man, the legend, Brian Eno, dropping a track with a lot of hypnotic tones, vocals that I'm a little on the fence about. They're quite deep and dramatic and expressive, but there's something kind of awkward about them as well. But maybe when I hear it more, it'll do something for me. Next, we have a new one from Dry Cleaning. This one, Anna Calls from the Arctic, is okay. I think the performance and everything is very underwhelming. It is very sparse. It's very skeletal, but you know, if you're looking for some abstract spoken word rock that's quite heady, I think you'll be quite a bit into this one. Check it out. Check it out. We also have a new one from Calvin Harris, Normani, and Tinashe and Offset in the mix. I think this one is pretty good, from the bouncy beat to you know, the Normani performance. It's really kind of the Offset portion that I think could have been cut out, and it would have done wonders for the track, frankly. And we have a new single, a couple of tracks from Benjamin Clementine, Copening and Weekend, and both tracks have a very stunning instrumentals, especially with the string and piano work, but I think vocally Benjamin undersells it a little bit, honestly. But you know, hopefully we hear more vibrant material from Benjamin in the very near future. All right, let's hit up best tracks of the week. There are quite a few that stuck with me and left an impression. They are as follows. We have a new one from Subtract, a bit of a throwback one on this one. Man, the vocal chops, the break beats, this is really bit of a vintage treat, I would say, on this track, and it goes over well. You know, it's well put together. I mean, it's not necessarily that kind of debut record sound that I think a lot of people may have kind of been hoping for or waiting for with a new project, a new round of material from Subtract, but still liking the vintage vibes here. They're pulled off well. All right, we have a new one over here from Sampa the Great. This one's quite wild and, easily one of her most experimental and kind of darkest tracks so far, frankly, especially if you look up the music video as well. Bona is the name of the track, and I think she's killing it on this one. Really looking forward to a new record from her. We have Despechá from Rosalía, another, bop, really kind of in the same vein as a lot of that Motomami stuff. It kicks ass. It's good. It's groovy. It's fun. Liking it quite a bit. Good personality coming out of here. Fun. All right, we have Rina Sawayama over here with my favorite single so far from this new full-length LP. A little bit of Gaga vibes coming off this track, and I'm liking how just like always evolving the instrumental is on this one. Like, instrumentally really the most ambitious track that she's dropped so far with this forthcoming album. And, I'm really liking that. I'm not anticipating every other song on the record to be this way, but, I think vocally she does a great job, and I'm liking the constantly shifting instrumental palettes across the track. I think it's quite an interesting track from her on a record that I think for her is probably going to be more commercial than anything she has dropped so far. Maybe a bit more predictable, maybe in a way like her Crash, for Charli XCX, that is. But either way, I hope she gets a lot of engagement off of it. Hold the Girl is the name of the track. Check it out. All right, we have a new one from Preoccupations over here. Death of Melody is the name of the song, and it's got a fitting title because the sounds and tones on this cut are quite strange and harrowing, and I'm liking that a lot. It's a very out there cut from Preoccupations. We have Off over here, Free LSD, the name of their forthcoming full-length LP, which I'm really looking forward to. War Above Los Angeles is the name of the track, and it's got some really heavy, noisy riffs. It's not a typical straightforward hardcore punk track from Off. It's a little abstract, and there's a lot of lyrics about government conspiracies and stuff like that. It's an interesting one. It's definitely an interesting one. It's a cool change of pace from Off. All right, we have a new one from Quavo, Takeoff, Gucci Mane. It's a fucking banger. The Takeoff chorus is great. Beat is solid. Gucci Mane performance on the back end is a Gucci Mane performance. He just kind of does his thing. But yeah, good song all around. Liking this one. It's a bop and a half. We also have another Gucci Mane track, Dissin the Dead, quite a thoughtful track from Gucci Mane. Just talking about the way he's influenced trends and kind of advocating for people to kind of, ease up on, talk and language and so on and so forth that may be unnecessarily coarse, starting drama, so on, Dissin the Dead. When you hear the track, you'll get the point of it right away. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward kind of PSA type cut from Gucci, and I'm liking that. All right, we have a new one from US Girls. The track over here has a bit of a kind of throwback 80s groove to it. So Typically Now is the name of the cut. And yeah, I'm liking the intimate vocals, loving the melodies. It's so incredibly catchy. US Girls just has this special kind of weird but also insanely catchy and accessible energy. That I really like and I really respect a lot. We have Sarah Benito's Cryalot project that has come through with a new track, which I'm really liking. Not quite as heavy and harrowing as the last single, but obviously, purposefully so. Touch the Sun is the name of it. It's a beautiful cut. Really looking forward to hearing, Sarah branch out more in this kind of solo context. It's sounding good. And we have The Comet is coming with a new track that is incredibly groovy, insane, and wild sax runs on this one, too. They kind of continue to, push forward as this very forward-thinking kind of futuristic jazz fusion project. It's quite cool. So, shout out again to The Comet is Coming. Code is the name of that track. And we also have Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Hot Girls from Charli XCX. It's a bop. It's a banger. Yeah, lyrically, it's not her most involved track ever, which I've, heard some people comment on, but it's just kind of like a straightforward nasty bop. It's like, what the hell do you want? It's like, I feel like doing something like this, it's like really raw and really to the point, is a nice breath of fresh air from, some of the stuff that was on Crash that felt like it was kind of going a little easy, not going quite as hard. So yeah, I'm liking this one quite a bit. It's bop. And that has been the weekly track roundup, everybody. You're the best. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you got some good recommendations out of this video. And yeah, I believe in you. Mwah. Anthony Fantano, weekly tracks forever.